Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Kind of a cool pattern. I've got some things I need to change in it, but it came out pretty good. And this is what you need to make right here. So we're going to take a square. I'm going to go back and get on the page. And I'm going to hit P to put it in the center of the page, which really doesn't matter in this case. I'm going to select them all with and then deselect these two, and then I can run that in. Then I get that petal or leaf looking thing. I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and move it over. Plus key or the control D, and I'm going to do that right there. Now, I'm going to group this together, because if I don't group it together, the contour tool will not work. So I'm going to go to effects and contour to the inside 1/2 inch, and that's perfect. I'm going to go to object and break the contour apart, and I'm going to nudge that contour out of the way. Now I'm going to take an ellipse and hit P, and I just realized I'm not working in the center of the page, which I normally do. So I'm going to select all that, and I'm going to hit weld. I'm not 100% sure that's what I wanted, but that's good enough. I really wanted you know what? I did want a round. Well, you know what? Let's do that. Let's leave that alone. Let's move this out of the way and hit P. And let's take this and weld it. That's what I wanted. You know what? I actually want that probably on both of them. So I'm just going to delete that. That's what I wanted. Now, you know what? I should have contoured it again. That'll work. That'll work perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and break the contour apart. A lot of times you've got to select it all. Go up to object, break contour apart. Then I'm going to make a duplicate of that guy, and I'm going to rotate that guy 45 degrees. I'm going to have to make it smaller here in just a second. Okay, I broke the contour apart. I'm going to go ahead and group this together. You know what? I'm going to make it smaller right now. So I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard. I'm going to grab that outer node and put it to that inner node. That's all I need to do. Now I'm going to take this one. It's not grouped together either. Control G. There's probably a mathematical reason or theory. I'm just going to ballpark it. You know what? We don't have to ballpark it. Let's try this. Let's try to put that in the center, that in the center, and then put this in the center of that one. Okay, it's not a centerable item. So let's take it and take the Smart Fill tool and fill in that center item. And then we can move it down here and it should snap to now. Well, it really doesn't. I moved the indexing line. You know what? I wonder if I don't have snap to guidelines on. That's what's happening. I took it off to help somebody do something the other day. I normally keep it on. So now it snapped right there to that intersection. And that's perfect. Now let's do another line. Let's just bring it in another indexing line. And let's take a copy of this and put it right. Well, I'm going to need this other line too. So let's bring in another line. I did not do this on my first one, and it's going to be a lot better. Let me get rid of that black. Let me go ahead and fill this one in with black. I just didn't grab it all. So now I'm going to grab it all and have it snap to that intersection. Now I can take the black away. And what that did, that made everything equal. So when I multiply this over, so I'm going to take away my indexing lines. I'm going to Control G, Control D, and I'm going to grab that outer node and put it on the inner node. And look at that. And then Control D, Control D. I'm not going to do it. Well, let me make it smaller. And I don't think I can weld this now. because if I weld this, my interior parts are going to go away. So if what you could do is just take your virtual segment delete key and your Alt key. There's another way you could do this, but you'd spend a lot of time getting rid of those interior parts. So there's only a few, and then when we multiply it over, there'll be a few more. It's just one way around it. You don't really have to do this if you were going to fill it in with a color. I'm holding down, see, I almost hit the line. I'm holding down the Alt key. Now, Control G, Control D, and grab that outer node and put it on the inner node. I didn't make it, but because I'm grouped together, I can move that out of the way, grab that four-sided cross, and look at that. That's a pretty cool pattern. And now just, let me zoom in here. And because I only have to do one line, take my virtual segment delete key, holding down my Alt key, very important, because if you don't, you'll get outside the line and it'll disappear. I'm being really lucky. It looks like I'm getting too close. But this way we can fill that in with a color, smart fill it, or just it'll look better. Having a little bit of trouble. Okay, there we go. And then you could call that good. Now really all the parts are connected except for the center one. So we'll take that and make it black and see they're all connected. And they kind of give that look. And you could just select them all. I still have the Smart Fill tool in my hand. Make sure you get off of it. I always take the zoom tool to make sure I'm away from it. Now you could make this yellow. And see, it made the interior parts yellow. So we don't really want that. We can make yellow lines by right-clicking lines. Let's see what that looks like with a black box overlay or underlay. That looks pretty good. And you know, something I've just learned recently, I don't think it would help you, but just to show it off, I'm going to Control D. Look how much brighter the lines get. That's a pretty cool little graphic. And, you know, you could realistically touch these and then weld it all together. But, you know, if you look at it, you've got this continuous line back and forth. Anyway, I hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.